Hello everyone, my name is Amyza, and today I am going to talk about something really interesting, which is how what happens in big countries can affect small ones, especially when it comes to money. We will look at two countries, which is Japan, a huge economy in Asia, and Malaysia, our home country here in Southeast Asia. We will see how their politics and money can affect each other, and even change how much money is worth. For the starter, let's say of countries like neighbors. When a big neighbor has problems, it can affect everyone around them. Japan is a very big neighbor to the Asian countries, which include Malaysia. Japan has put a lot of money into this region over many years and trades a lot with us. Because of this, what happens politically is that Japan is super important for all of Southeast Asia. Asia needs things to be stable to keep growing well. My main point is, when there are political problems in Japan, it can directly change how much money or exchange rates in Asian countries is worth. This affects how investors feel, how money moves, and how much trade happens across the whole region. So, what do I mean by political instability? It is about how strong and steady a country's government system is. Two key things can make a government unstable is, first, corruption. This is when people in power do dishonest things for personal gain instead of helping the public. It breaks trust. Second, poor exchange rate management. This is when a country doesn't handle its money's value well. If the money value goes crazy, it can cause high prices or big economic problems, which makes people unhappy and can lead to political trouble. When these two things happen together, they can really slow down a country's progress. Now moving on to data analysis. Let's look at Japan first. We use data from 2005 to 2024. First, Japan's Corruption Perception Index, or CPI. This score tells us how much people think there is corruption. From 2012 to 2024, Japan's CPI has been slowly going up. This means people are starting to see more honesty and less corruption in their government. This is a good sign. It shows that Japan is getting better at running its government fairly. Now, let's look at the Japanese yen's value against the US dollar. It has been a wild ride. From 2008 to 2012, the yen actually got much stronger. People saw it as a safe place for their money during the global financial crisis. But from 2013 onwards, especially recently by 2024, the yen has gotten much weaker. This is largely because Japan's central bank deliberately made policies to boost the economy like Abenomics by making their money cheaper. Now, let's compare that to Malaysia. First, Malaysia's Corruption Perception Index, or CPI. Our score has been pretty stable, but it is in the middle range, which is around 47 to 53. This means people see a medium level of corruption. It hasn't really gotten much better or worse. We saw a dip in 2017, likely because of the 1MDB scandal, which made people very unhappy and damaged trust. This suggests that while we might have tried to improve things, people haven't seen a big difference. Next, Malaysia's ringgit, or MYR, value against the US dollar. The ringgit has generally been getting weaker over time. In early years, which is around 2008 to 2011, it was stronger. But from around 2014 and especially recently, it has gotten weaker. This is linked to things like lower oil prices, which is hurt our exports, political problems at home, and less trust from investors because of government issues. The 1MDB scandal also played a role. So, unlike Japan, Malaysia's currency changes are more about problems at home and outside prices, not plain economic moves. Let's quickly compare the effects. For Japan, first, good news. When people think there is less corruption, it makes investors confident. This brings in money and helps the economy stay strong. Secondly, money value. A weaker yen helps Japan sell more goods overseas because they become cheaper. This is good for Japanese companies like car makers and electronics. But it also means imported goods become more expensive, which can raise prices at home. For Malaysia, first challenge. Our stable middle CPI suggests ongoing government issues. Big scandals have hurt trust and confidence, which can limit how much our economy can grow. Investors might hesitate. Secondly, money value. A weaker ringgit helps Malaysian businesses sell more palm oil and electronics overseas because they are cheaper. But it also means imported goods cost more, which pushes up prices for everyone, making it harder for families to buy things. In simple terms, Japan's efforts to be more honest give it an edge in attracting money and keeping its economy strong. its money changes are planned to help its economy. Meanwhile, Malaysia's money changes are more tied to its own problems and outside forces, meaning it has less control. To sum up, first, Japan is getting better at governance. They are making progress in reducing perceived corruption, which builds trust and confidence in their economy. This is a big plus for them. Second, Japan manages its currency for its goals. This value changes because Japan's government backs planned decisions to help their economy, especially exports. Third, Malaysia faces ongoing challenges such as our country's perceived corruption hasn't changed much and big scandals have hurt trust. And lastly but not least, Malaysia's currency is more vulnerable, which is the ringgit's value is more affected by homegrown problems and outside pressures, making it harder to control. So, Japan's strong government and smart money decisions give it a much stronger base for a healthy economy. Meanwhile, for Malaysia to reach its full potential, we really need to work on fixing our government issues, fighting corruption, and creating a more stable political environment. Thank you.